NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now Gurley. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return is Cohen. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 1st down, Fields. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets them 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mark 56. Mark 56.
2nd and 1. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
And the Bears 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
56 to Mike.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Off the play fake. Lawrence looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready. 50, plant. You ain't going nowhere. Shoot.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready up. Here we go. Now.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play for Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I got it. Kill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, Charlie. 58, come on. Check tight, check tight.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something?
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for.
He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Giants. Odell Beckham. 76 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Off play action. Fields. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 46-yard line.
We're ready. 59. That's the run.
Here's 2nd and 8. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Giants 6, Bears 0.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 43-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on. Hey, young D. It's just me and you. Hold on. Me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 56. Mike 56. Check back.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go one more. 57 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. They
just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now the first carry for Bush. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Off the play fake. Fields gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 19.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, Fields. Under pressure again and down. Find some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Not today.
Get it.
On the counter, Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Hey, exit.
58's the money! 58's the money!
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Complete. It's Johnson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, it's Bush. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check 56. It's our time.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 19 yards away. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. A try here for the extra point. And this one through the uprights and good.
Next to score, Bears 7, Giants 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A spin. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
13 spill.
Shift. Watch the shift.
5.
Off play action. Lawrence. Complete to right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
60 on. Hey, high 7.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Dude.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Come on, set.
After the incomplete
18.
pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go, go.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 58's the Mike.
Now.
Throwing again. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
It's a party now. It's General West.
Back, back, back.
Look at me. Go, go. Ready, ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And the pressure gets to him again.
That's how we do it, baby.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm trying to collect. Check, 59. Hey.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, they run with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
And the Bears 1st down.
Ready?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And the catch made by Johnson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Switch.
Right here.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Get that ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
He's checking. Crash.
Back to throw. Fields. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week. Now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up. But relentless, that's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying him. On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
59 mark.
Operating from the gun, Fields, and he completes it to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the try here for the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
61, matchbox lights.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Speed grip.
On first down, Lawrence. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw, Lawrence, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Bilal Nichols. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Don't get nervous. Check 37. Check 37. Now.
Back to throw. Lawrence. His throw incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, lock it.
All day, just like that, just like that. Shit, shit, shit.
Ready?
From the gun, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He's going to field this at the 4. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
To throw again. Fields. That is caught by Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Fields. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
.31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 58 for Mike.
Hey.
58 for Mike. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, watch the flood.
Throwing again. Lawrence. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Come on. You better bring it.
Deep grip.
From the gun, Lawrence. Wright's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This quarterback now, a woeful 5 of 17 thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10 here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Shoot.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Know your job. 58, boy, 58. 58 is Mike.
2nd and 11. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Ready.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah,
Five.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back.
They won't, and offensively, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, take care of the football and run out the clock. They can't just go and turtle, as we like to call it, just tuck in and just sit on the ball here. Try and get that 1st down and finish the game off.
Stay with your man.
Slam.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, D. Nice box. Go.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Let's bring it.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bears, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get another road test next.
S-T-R-O.